stop scrolling for a second, because what we are about to talk about is not just another camera leak. This is potentially the most critical moment in the history of handheld filmmaking tech, and most people are completely missing the bigger picture. The countdown to the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 has officially moved past the stage of blurry photos and forum speculation. It has transformed into an industry-shaking certainty. We are looking at a device that insiders, supply chain analysts, and beta testers are calling the most strategically important product DJI has released in years. But here is the twist. It is not just important because of the new sensor or the insane battery life we are hearing about. It is important because the specific timing of this release could determine whether DJI survives in the United States or gets locked out forever. This tiny handheld camera is far more than just a gadget. It is a survival tactic, a business maneuver, and a symbol of DJI trying to secure its foothold in the world's most influential tech market before the doors potentially close. Let's get right into the dates because this is where the story gets crazy. According to the most credible leaks coming out of the supply chain, DJI is targeting a release window between December 18th and December 23rd, 2025. Now, usually companies release products when they are ready, but this specific window is razor-thin and chosen very deliberately. Why those dates? It is all about slipping the Pocket 4 into the U.S. ecosystem just before the FCC's impending National Security Review deadline. Under the 2025 National Defense Authorization Act, there is a mandate that states if DJI is not fully reviewed by December 23rd, they could be automatically placed onto the FCC's restricted list. If that happens, it would instantly cripple their ability to sell or support new products in the United States. Since the U.S. market is responsible for nearly 40% of their global revenue, DJI cannot afford to miss this deadline. This means the Pocket 4 is a lifeline. By releasing it before December 23rd, they ensure the camera is certified, legally sellable, and immune to any new restrictions applied afterward. It gives the company breathing room while the politicians argue. But let's be honest, you are not here just for the politics. You want to know if this camera is actually any good. The politics are just a shadow behind a much larger spotlight because the Pocket 4 itself is shaping up to be a monster. Leaks from insiders in Shenzhen, including people working in flagship stores where employees are quietly testing pre-production units, are hinting at massive leaps in performance. We are talking about stabilization that makes a tripod look shaky, low-light video quality that rivals mirrorless cameras, and thermal management that finally solves the overheating issues of the past. Some internal testers are claiming that the Pocket 4 is capable of producing footage with noise levels that approach professional cinema cameras in nighttime city shots. This points toward a significant sensor upgrade. Sources are claiming we're looking at a new 1-inch or near 1-inch class sensor. But it isn't just the size. It is the redesigned image pipeline that merges computational processing with optical clarity. This blurs the line between a pocket device and professional filmmaking equipment. One of the most exciting rumors coming from a reliable firmware source in Eastern Europe is regarding the resolution. The Pocket may force support 6K, recording at 30 or 60 frames per second. Yes, 6K in your pocket. This gives filmmakers huge flexibility to crop and post-production without losing quality. On top of that, we are expecting 4K pushing up to 120 frames per second for that buttery, smooth slow motion. But resolution means nothing if the exposure is bad, and that is where the next big leak comes in. We are hearing strong rumors of a variable aperture system. This is a feature usually reserved for the Mavic 3 Pro or larger mirrorless lenses. If the Pocket 4 has a mechanical aperture, you can control your depth of field and, more importantly, handle bright daylight without constantly swapping tiny magnetic ND filters. This solves a long-standing exposure challenge that creators have faced for years. Design-wise, DJI is making some smart moves. The Pocket 4 is said to maintain that iconic vertical form factor we know, but with a refined grip and a slightly larger, brighter touchscreen. We are also hearing about redesigned buttons for faster tactile control. But the big news is the build material. There are whispers of a new heat-dissipating aluminum frame. Anyone who has filmed a long vlog in 4K knows that the Pocket 3 can get hot. This new frame aims to prevent thermal throttling during those extended recording sessions. And speaking of extended sessions, let's talk about power. According to an FCC filing leak, DJI has increased the battery capacity by about 18%. This pushes the Pocket 4 into the realm of nearly 3 hours of continuous shooting. That is a major milestone for a device this small. What is even crazier is that reports suggest the device is actually lighter than the Pocket 3. How do you add a bigger battery and better stabilizer, but lose weight? It seems DJI has revamped the internal layout, shifting heavier components lower into the body to improve balance and decrease gimbal strain. Audio has always been the Achilles heel of small cameras, but the Pocket 4 is rumored to incorporate a new dual microphone array with improved wind reduction algorithms. This means you might finally be able to record natural-sounding dialogue outdoors without needing to clip on an external mic. But if you do want to use external gear, the connectivity is getting a boost too, with Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.3 ensuring faster file transfers and smoother wireless monitoring if you use your phone as a screen. Now, here is something that might surprise you. Rumors are growing stronger about a two-model system. We might see the standard Pocket 4 alongside a more advanced Pocket 4 Pro or Pocket 4 Zoom. This Pro model, which might arrive slightly later in early 2026, could include a dual-lens architecture allowing for optical zoom capabilities. Imagine having an ultra-wide lens and a telephoto lens on a gimbal in your pocket. This would directly compete with premium smartphones and compact cameras for creators who need versatility. On the software side, DJI is borrowing heavily from its drone ecosystem. We are expecting smarter subject tracking, better horizon leveling, and face detection that is stickier than ever. Some leaks even hint at onboard AI stabilization that works in conjunction with a mechanical gimbal. This creates a hybrid system where both the motors and the software work together to produce footage that is smoother than either technology could accomplish alone. The Mimo app is also getting an AI overhaul, allowing you to automatically generate cinematic sequences and auto-cropped vertical content for TikTok directly from your footage without needing a laptop. So, is this actually happening? All signs point to yes. DJI has begun clearing Pocket 3 inventory, dropping prices to the lowest levels since launch. Retail employees have confirmed that stock is not being replenished. Influencers who work with DJI are teasing big December shoots. Everything is aligning for a launch in that December 18th window. As for the price, expect it to land between $699 and $799, with a creator combo bundle pushing closer to $999. It is not cheap, but for what you're getting, it is competitive. My honest opinion? The DJI Osmo Pocket 4 is shaping up to be a masterpiece of engineering. It fixes every complaint about the previous model, battery, heat, audio, and adds professional features like 6K and variable aperture. But more importantly, if you're in the US, this might be your last chance to buy a cutting-edge DJI handheld product for a while if the bans go through. If you're a creator, this is the camera to watch. If you like this deep dive into the leaks, make sure you subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the official announcement. This is going to be big. Thanks for watching.